your queries will be discussed today by Ms. Gurrajbir Kaur from Kanika'S Nursing Academy. Here we go.
Hello friends, I am one of the tutors from the Kanika'S Nursing Academy. Today we will discuss about OET. As most of you know about the OET, what does it include and its modules. But today we will discuss about certain questions which are mostly asked by the students. What is OET? Why we have to choose the OET instead of IELTS? And how long does it take to prepare for OET? So let me start with the first question, that what is OET? As you know that OET is an Occupational English Test, and this is designed for the medical and the paramedical professionals. This test helps us to get registration overseas, and this is mainly for the candidates of paramedics like nurses, whether they are GNM, BSc nurses, post-basic BSc nurses, and MSc nurses. This is mainly used to check the language proficiency of the nurses so that they can communicate with the overseas personnel. And the next is why to choose OET than IELTS. These both are the language testing systems that are used by the different nations, and out of which IELTS is the most commonly known for its testing. Whether the OET, this is accepted by some of the countries, and this test is launched in recent some years, you can say. And the main benefit of OET for the medical professional and paramedicals is that this is very easy to understand it, that they are talking about some medical disease or some aspect related to our own profession. So we need not to hesitate about or getting a vast knowledge about the different field and the different aspects. So this is very easy for nurses and the paramedicals to understand the terminology. Next is who recognizes OET. There are a number of, you can say that the authorities who accept the OET. First, I would like to talk about the AMAC. That is Australian Nurses and Midwife Accreditation Council. Then APRA. This is also Australian Health Practitioner Registration Agency. Apart from Australia, the New Zealand Nurses Registration and Midwife Council, and Ireland, England, Singapore, these are the countries and their nursing councils who accept this test as their proficiency of language. How long does OET takes to prepare? Well, it depends upon person to person and our capability too, but 2 months are sufficient for its preparation. As there are for different modules, there are the different you can say verticals to understand. That's why it takes this time. Otherwise, it depends upon wholly from the person that who can understand it. And some person take only about 10 days to crack the OET. So it depends upon the person and their abilities. Next is the how much does OET cost? Well, if we talk about in Indian rupees about the cost, it's about 34,000 for the test, and the coaching fees that depends upon institute to institute. So you can also take the online material for that also. And next, what results are required to pass the test? As most of us knows that B grade is acceptable, and this is equal to 7 and 7.5 bands of IELTS. But in countries like UK, they accept C+ grade in 2 of modules. In 2 sitting, you have to clear over 4 modules with B grade, but they accept C+ in 1 or 2 modules. Then further is how many subtests can be taken at a time. Means we have to take 4 subtests at a time, like listening, reading, writing and speaking. But suppose at the first you are unable to crack 4 tests with B grade and you just clear 3 with B and 1 with C. Then next time if you are going to apply for a Australia, you have to sit in 4 of these modules again, but you have to clear only this one with the B grade, and other can vary, that if one of other which you had already passed you cracked with C+, it's okay. This result is acceptable for Australia. And in case of New Zealand, if you are having this score in the first sitting, in second time you can just apply for one module, that you have to sit only for writing, which you scored C+, and next time you need a B grade. This is acceptable for New Zealand only. And for rest of the countries, whether I talked about Australia, whether I talked about Ireland, England, you have to sit for 4 modules. But you have to clear only one of that you already left. Next is, for how long test results are valid. Most of us knows about this, that this is valid for 2 years from the result. That when you got your result that you had cleared it with a B grade, and after that 2 years this is valid for your residency purpose and for your language proficiency too. And next, can I apply for club score for 2 candidate numbers? Yes. As we had already discussed about this, that if you got C+ in one of the module and rest you got B grade, then you have to again sit in the exam. For resitting, your passport number should be same, but your candidate number can vary. This is the problem, that sometimes you had filled one ID, email ID from where you applied for your test, and second time they might not picking up due to some reasons, not picking up your email ID, and they said that this already exists, or some other kind of technical problem. Then you start your test from the other new ID, so you will got the second candidate number that would be different from the first one. This is not a problem, but your passport number should be same on both of your candidate's number and both of your mark sheets. Next is, what is the acceptance criteria for different countries? That already we have discussed that all of the countries they accept B grade, but in case of England and Ireland, they both accept C+ grade in any one of these modules. So I hope I have cleared most of the doubts, and we will further discuss in the next video related to the different modules, that what are the different modules and how to solve them, and what are the different type of questions in that modules. Thank you.